Welcome everyone to today's Empyrion Workshop Showcase. Today's design is a replica of the famous Star Wars Millennium Falcon. So yes, with the new Han Solo origin type movie, I thought it'd be great to check out this design that showed up on the workshop recently, and this is a replica of the Millennium Falcon. This design comes to us from creator Matagal and is an unlock level 20 size class 17 small vessel. One of the great things that caught my attention for this design right off the bat is the detail on the exterior of the ship. For those of you familiar with this ship from the Star Wars movies, you'll know that there is an entrance where you can get access into the ship, such as when they were in the cave during Empire Strikes Back. Clicking the lever here lets you open up the hatchway and ramps extending down so you can go inside. And at the top here, you have this other lever you can click to lock everything back up. You also have this airlock door right here that you can use to get in and out of the ship when you're in space. And moving out of this room, we come into the iconic hallway we see so many times where Han Solo and others are running through because something's going on somewhere. And what would this hallway be without the smuggler sections here where you have your hidden cargo boxes underneath? And on this last one here, you have a hidden spot for fridges and a mobile constructor. Closing that and coming to this doorway here, we come into the iconic gun pit area where we have the two gun spots that Han and Luke used to protect the Millennium Falcon during a dogfight. And of course, taking access to the chairs, you see we have two sets of guns, though you're not really going to be controlling them quite like they do in the movies. Across the hall, we have our doorway that leads into the corridor, connecting to the famous cockpit, where we have, of course, our 4 seats that you recognize so much from the movies. Continuing down the hall, we have an R2-D2 sitting here, along with some extra seats, the famous little board game area. We do have a fridge, we have some cargo boxes, and we just have some more things that are set up around the area that makes it feel very realistic, very much like the Millennium Falcon that we're used to seeing. And you'll notice we do have a mobile constructor here, probably more for the look of the screen itself. And behind the mobile constructor, we do have a storage closet type area where you see we have some open shelves. This is not so much the smuggling area, but more of just a regular storage space. When walking behind R2-D2, make sure you're not looking down when you click that F button so you don't fall out of your ship. Coming around the back side of this corridor, we have a nice little spot here that leads to the middle section of the ship on the outside, which I don't really remember seeing much use of this in the movie, but it does give us access at least to some of our weapons and a nice little spot that you could store some extra things or use it for going spacewalking. And in this next section, you see we have some boxes that makes it look like it's cargo, kind of strapped down with some, shipping straps. It's really not functional. It's just more for the looks. And in the section back here behind it, you see we have a large amount of our O2 tanks as well as an O2 station right here. And now continuing down this hallway, you see we come to a set of ladder rungs that kind of leads up to this area, giving you access to spacewalk out of the ship. To the side of this door, we have another outside exit door, which is the same as the other side, just a place where you can walk in and out when you're in space. And continuing down the hallway, we come here and turn to your right, you will find the bunk area, where you see we have a couple of our bunk beds, some armor lockers, fridge, and some nice little spots to sit down and eat. Our next stop on this hallway is the main engineering area. You see we have, of course, our warp drive tank, warp drive, as well as a lot of piping. It makes it look like it's really a set of reactors in here. And you will have this back room here where you have another reactor type setup. This actually gets hidden away by the lever here, so you can hide that room. Also, these will all close up with this lever here. Fair warning, this will be very loud when you hit the lever. And in the floor behind these shutter doors, you have some enclosed passenger seats, basically a smuggling section for people. And that now brings us back around to the main door we came in, and that is pretty much the interior of the ship. Once again, this Millennium Falcon is an unlock level 20 size class 17 small vessel. It comes equipped with 54 fuel tanks, giving you a total of 32,400 fuel, and this is a warp capable SV. It has 12 oxygen tanks, which gives you a total capacity of 4,800 O2, which it only needs 168 oxygen to fill it up. There are 12 ventilators because of the large number of sections to the ship, as well as 2 oxygen stations. For attack and defense, you see this comes with 3 homing rocket launchers and 4 pulse lasers. The 4 pulse lasers are mounted in a turret style fashion to replicate the look of the turrets from episode 4, of course, for the ship. In total, there are 15 cargo boxes, 4 ammo boxes, there are 8 fridges, and 2 constructors. While this is obviously a design meant more to replicate the original theme of the Millennium Falcon, it is still a functional ship. However, the resource requirements are a bit expensive in my opinion, considering the amount of functionality you actually get out of it. If you're a big Star Wars fan and you just want to build the ship to have it in your collection, then I say go ahead. However, because of the resource requirements being so high for this, especially 13,000 plus iron, I don't see it being one you want to build for functionality. In the end, I really like this design as a replica of the Millennium Falcon, and that's all. I don't think it's going to work very well in terms of actual use in the game, and I don't see it being designed towards that. Yes, it does have capability to be used, it does have functionality, but the core of the design is, of course, in the end, the replica of the Millennium Falcon. So once again, this is the Millennium Falcon by Matagal, and if you're interested in checking out the design in your own game, or you just want it for your collection in game, then I will have a link in the description below. If you try the design out and you like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up on the workshop page, and of course, leave any creative comments or suggestions for the design on the workshop page as well. That is it for today's workshop showcase. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave me a like, leave me a comment, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm your host, Mr. Spicy, as always. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.